Good morning, afternoon, evening. Ukraine endured a major aerial assault overnight from May 24 into the morning of May 25, 2025, as Russia launched one of its largest coordinated missile and drone attacks in recent times. Ukrainian officials reported nearly 400 airborne weapons targeting multiple regions across the country, marking a significant escalation in the ongoing conflict. Ukraine's Air Force subsequently claimed to have neutralized a large portion of these threats. Simultaneously, Russia's Ministry of Defense announced its own successes, stating it had intercepted over 100 Ukrainian drones targeting Russian territory. These events once again highlight the fierce and technologically advanced nature of the air war, a critical front in this protracted conflict. Details of Russia's attack, according to Ukraine's Air Force, early on May 25. Ukraine's Air Force provided a detailed breakdown of the Russian assault. They reported a total of 367 aerial weapons launched by Russian forces. This barrage consisted of 297 Shahed-style attack drones, often referred to as kamikaze drones, and 70 missiles of various types. Demonstrating a complex, multi-layered attack strategy, Ukrainian sources identified the specific types of weapons deployed by Russia. Iskander-M ballistic missiles, 9 of these short-range ballistic missiles, known for their speed and difficulty to intercept, were reportedly launched from Russia's Kursk region, which borders Ukraine. Kh-101 and caliber cruise missiles. A total of 55 of these long-range cruise missiles were fired. The Kh-101s are typically air-launched from strategic bombers like the Tu-95 and Tu-160, with launch zones reported over Russia's Saratov region in the Black Sea. Caliber missiles are often sea-launched from Russian naval vessels in the Black Sea. Kh-22 anti-ship cruise missile, 1 Kh-22. A long-range missile originally designed to target aircraft carriers but often adapted for land attack, was launched from a Tu-22M3 strategic bomber. These missiles are known for their high speed and destructive power, though they are considered less accurate than more modern alternatives. Kh-59, Kh-69 guided missiles. 4 of these air-launched tactical missiles, used against specific ground targets, were also part of the attack. Unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, drones. The bulk of the assault involved 297 drones, launched from multiple directions including Russia's Bryansk, Milarovo, Kursk, and Oryol regions, as well as Primorsko-Akhtarsk on the Sea of Azov coast. This multi-directional approach is designed to saturate and overwhelm air defenses. Ukraine's defensive response and claims. Ukrainian air defense forces were heavily engaged throughout the night and morning. As of 9 a.m. local time on May 25, Ukraine's Air Force claimed significant success in countering the Russian barrage. Kh-101 and caliber cruise missiles, 45 out of the 55 launched were reportedly shot down. This represents a high interception rate, showcasing the capabilities of Ukraine's air defense network, which includes Western-supplied systems. Kh-59, Kh-69 missiles, 2 of the 4 launched, disappeared from radar. According to the report, which could imply they were downed, malfunctioned, or were affected by electronic countermeasures without direct kinetic interception. Drones. A remarkable 266 Russian drones were reportedly neutralized. Of these, 139 were destroyed by air defense fire, missiles or anti-aircraft guns. Another 127 were reportedly suppressed or disabled by Ukrainian electronic warfare (EU) systems. EU tactics involve jamming or disrupting the drone's navigation or control signals. The Ukrainian Air Force stated that most regions of Ukraine were affected by the airstrikes. Attacks were recorded in 22 different locations, and falling debris from intercepted missiles and drones reportedly landed in 15 areas, underscoring the danger to civilians even from successful interceptions. Details on specific damage or casualties are still being compiled by local authorities. Russia's counterclaims. Concurrently, Russia's Ministry of Defense issued its own statement regarding air activities during the same period. It reported that Russian air defense units had intercepted and destroyed 110 Ukrainian drones over Russian territory. The Russian MOD provided a regional breakdown of these alleged interceptions. 16 drones in the Tula region, 14 drones each in the Bryansk and Kaluga regions, 13 drones in the Moscow region and Tver region, 10 drones each in the Belgorod and Kursk regions, both border Ukraine, 8 drones in the Orlov region, 7 drones over Crimea, the peninsula annexed by Russia in 2014. Additional drones in other unspecified areas. These claims suggest a significant level of Ukrainian drone activity targeting locations deep within Russia. This large-scale aerial exchange on May 25, 2025, offers several insights into the current state of the Russia-Ukraine war, particularly the evolving dynamics of air combat and technological competition. Russia's combined arms air strategy, the use of a large number of relatively inexpensive drones alongside more sophisticated and powerful cruise and ballistic missiles, is a consistent Russian tactic. This strategy aims to overwhelm air defenses. Drones are often used as a first wave to map out and trigger air defense systems, depleting interceptor missiles and making it easier for subsequent waves of more valuable missiles to reach their targets. Create complex threats. Different weapon systems have varying flight paths, speeds, and radar signatures, complicating the task for air defense operators. Maximize impact. Targeting a wide array of objectives, potentially including energy infrastructure, military sites, defense industries, and command centers. Psychological warfare. Large-scale attacks are also intended to demoralize the population and pressure Ukraine's leadership. Ukraine's air defense capabilities. Ukraine's reported interception rate for cruise missiles, approximately 82% in this instance, is substantial. If independently verified, this reflects the continued strengthening of its air defenses, heavily reliant on advanced systems provided by Western allies, such as Patriot, Iris-T, and NASAMS, coupled with the growing expertise of its military personnel. However, the fact that some missiles, particularly ballistic types like the Iskander-M and potentially the difficult-to-stop Kh-22, still penetrate defenses highlights ongoing vulnerabilities. The significant number of drones reportedly neutralized, with a notable portion attributed to electronic warfare, is crucial. EU offers a cost-effective way to counter drone swarms by disrupting their communication and navigation systems, forcing them off course or causing them to crash without expending valuable interceptor missiles. The growing role of electronic warfare, EU. The claim that 127 Russian drones were disabled by EU underscores its increasing importance. This non-kinetic approach is a key element in the cat-and-mouse game of drone warfare, as both sides continuously develop new EU techniques and countermeasures. Potential targets. While specific targets were not detailed in the initial reports, past patterns suggest Russian strikes often focus on energy infrastructure, power plants, substations, and grids are frequent targets, aiming to cripple Ukraine's economy, military operations, and civilian life. Defense industry. Factories producing or repairing military equipment, military command and control, headquarters and communication nodes, air defense systems. Russia actively seeks to locate and destroy Ukraine's air defense batteries. Logistics and transportation, railway hubs and supply lines, Ukrainian drone operations and Russian defenses. Russia's claim of downing 110 Ukrainian drones indicates that Ukraine is also conducting extensive drone operations into Russian territory. Ukraine has increasingly used long-range drones to strike targets such as military airfields, oil refineries, industrial facilities, and even targets in the Moscow region. This strategy serves as a retaliatory measure, aims to inflict economic and military costs on Russia, and demonstrates an expanding strike capability. The need for Russia to defend numerous regions deep within its borders signifies this evolving aspect of the war. Information warfare and verification. In this conflict, both sides quickly release figures on enemy losses and their own successes. These claims are often difficult, if not impossible, to verify independently in real time and can be influenced by wartime propaganda. The reports of falling debris in Ukraine serve as a stark reminder that even intercepted aerial threats can pose significant risks to civilian populations. This latest massive Russian air assault on Ukraine, and Ukraine's reported defensive actions, along with Russia's claims of thwarting Ukrainian drone attacks, reaffirm that the skies remain a critical and intensely contested domain in this war. The scale and sophistication of Russia's offensive demonstrate its continued intent to exert widespread pressure on Ukraine, testing its air defenses and striking strategic objectives. Ukraine's response, including high claimed interception rates and the effective use of electronic warfare, highlights its resilience and ongoing adaptation to evolving aerial threats. Meanwhile, Russia's need to counter a large number of Ukrainian drones on its own soil indicates that the drone war is increasingly a two-way street. with both sides leveraging this technology for offensive and retaliatory purposes. While claims from both belligerents should be treated with caution pending independent verification, there is no doubt that such aerial bombardments will continue to shape the conflict, inflict severe consequences, and present immense challenges for both nations. The technological race in drone capabilities, missile technology, and air defense systems will undoubtedly remain a defining feature of the war in Ukraine. The international community continues to watch these developments closely, amid ongoing efforts to find a path toward a peaceful resolution.